latest estimates on sea level rise by 2100 are worse than we thought. Oceans are likely to rise as much as 1.3 meters, that's over 4 feet, by 2100 if Earth's surface warms another 3.5 degrees Celsius, scientists warned on Friday. By 2300, when ice sheets covering West Antarctica and Greenland will have shed trillions of tons in mass, sea levels could go up by more than 5 meters, that's over 15 feet. Under that temperature scenario, redrawing the planet's coastlines, they reported in a peer-reviewed survey of more than 100 leading experts. About 10% of the world's population, or 770 million people, today live on land less than 5 meters above high tide line. Even if the Paris Climate Treaty goal of capping global warming below 2,000 degrees Celsius is met, a very big if, the ocean watermark could go up 2 meters, that's over 6 feet, by 2300, according to the study in the journal Climate Atmospheric Science. Earth's average surface temperature has risen just over 1 degree Celsius since the pre-industrial era, a widely used benchmark for measuring global warming. It's now clear that previous sea level rise estimates have been too low. This is what co-author Stefan Ramstorff, head of Earth System Analysis at the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research, told AFP. The new projects for both the 2010 and 2300 horizons are significantly higher than those from the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, including a special report on oceans it released in September. The IPCC tends to be very cautious and conservative, which is why it had to correct itself upwards already several times, Ramstorff said. Sea level projections in the IPCC Landmarks 2,400 assessment report were 60% above those in the previous edition, he said. A new assessment will be finalized by the end of next year. While less visible than climate-enhanced hurricanes or persistent drought, sea level rise may ultimately prove the most devastating of global warming impacts. Indeed, it's the extra centimeters of ocean water that make storm surges from ever stronger tropical cyclones so much more deadly and destructive, experts say. Benjamin Horton, acting chair of the Nantang Technical University's Asian School of the Environment in Singapore, led the survey to give policymakers an overview of the state of the science. Across the 20th century, sea level rise was caused mainly by melting glaciers and the expansion of ocean water as it warms. But over the last 2 decades, the main driver has become the melting and disintegration of Earth's 2 ice sheets. Greenland and West Antarctica are shedding at least 6 times more ice today than during the 1990s. From 1992 through 2017, they lost some 6.4 trillion tons in mass. Over the last decade, the sea level has gone up about 4 millimeters per year. Moving into the 22nd century, however, the waterline could rise 10 times faster, even under an optimistic greenhouse gas emission scenario, the IPCC has said. The Greenland and West Antarctica ice sheets hold enough frozen water to lift oceans about 13 meters. That's 40 feet. East Antarctica, which is more stable, holds another 50 meters worth. This is by Agence France Presse, and it's on Science Alert by Marlo Hood, AFP. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. and we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.